Hello, this is Willie Moore with StreetRiding.com. Today we're working on a 1936 Ford two-door sedan. We're going to be measuring the wheel bolt patterns and the back spacing on these old wire wheels so that we can order some brand new torque thrust wheels to put on this car to wake it up. A lot of times these older street rods that were built several years ago, which this 36 Ford in case was probably built about 15 to 20 years ago. You can tell these things are dated just by looking at them. The wire wheels, which is what you see here, were very, very common back, 15 or 20 years ago when guys were building these cars. As you look through the interior, this one has a nice blue velour interior. Velour was also very popular 15 or 20 years ago. This particular 36 Ford has a small block Chevy, turbo 350, GM 10-bolt rear end with a straight axle front suspension underneath the front of it with power steering. One thing you always need to check when you're getting ready to buy wheels and tires for your car, unless it's a later model car where you know exactly what the bolt pattern is, or you can go to a professional like Discount Tire or somebody like that and they can check it all out for you. One thing you'll want to measure is the bolt pattern. Ford cars, Chevy cars, Ford trucks, Chevy trucks, they're different sizes. Most GMs on these old cars typically are 5 studs with a 4 3/4 inch spacing. So it's also known as a 5 on 4 3/4. Most of the Ford stuff, which like the Mustangs and the general Ford cars, are 5 on 4.5 inch bolt pattern, which means they're 5 studs, on 4.5 inch. So we have a tool that we'll show you in the next video where once we get the wheels and tires off the car, we can actually check the spacing on the studs so that we can figure out the right bolt pattern. We'll also need to flip the wheel over and measure what they call backspace. The backspace is the distance between where the flat part of the hub meets up with the back of the wheel, and from there backwards towards the inner rear end tells you what size the back spacing is. Typically most of these cars are around either 3 3/4 or 4 inch back spacing, or what most of these wheels are. So we're going to go ahead and jack it up, take the wheels off, check our back spacing, check our bolt pattern. Then we're going to go in and order a new set of wheels for this car. But you'll always want to check it. If not, you'll end up with the wrong wheels. You'll have to send them back. It's a real big pain. Once again, thanks for visiting StreetRiding.com. Become a member today. Membership is free. Have a great day.